your work clothes and supplies? What are you doing wearing your best clothes? And you, what's your job?
I'm a cobbler, sir.
You're a cobbler?
Sir, I'm a sergeant of shoes. When they are endangered, I save them.
But why aren't you working today? Why are you leading these men through the street?
We took a day off to see Caesar, sir, and celebrate this triumph.
Why would you celebrate it? Didn't you once cheer for Pompey and now you cheer for Caesar, who comes to power over Pompey's death? Go home!
Please.
There they go, feeling so guilty. You go down to the Capitol and I'll go this way.
Calpurnia!
Quiet! Caesar's talking.
Calpurnia!
I'm here, my lord.
Stand right here in Antony's path when he runs the race, Antony.
Yes, Caesar?
Antony, once you take off, don't forget to touch Calpurnia.
I'll remember.
Don't forget to perform all the rituals.
Caesar!
Who's calling me?
Quiet! Everyone quiet!
Who is in the crowd calling me?
Beware of March 15th. Beware of March 15th.
Who's that?
A soothsayer.
Bring him in front of me and let me see his face.
You step out of the crowd.
What do you have to say to me?
Beware of March 15th.
He's insane.
Why are they shouting? I'm afraid the people have made Caesar their king.
Really? Are you afraid of that? Don't you want him to be king?
I don't, Cassius. What do you want to tell me?
I know this quality in you, Brutus. Honor is what I want to talk to you about. I'd rather not live at all than worship a man like Caesar. Once on a cold windy day, Caesar said to me, Cassius, I dare you to jump into this rough water with me and swim to the point there. I jumped in and called for him to follow. He did, but before we reached the end point, Cassius cried. Caesar cried, help me, Cassius, or I will sink. And this is the man who has now become a god. In Spain, Caesar had a fever, and it made him shake. His cowardly lips turned white, and the same eyes whose glaze terrified the world lost its gloom. I heard him groan, "Give me some water, Titanius." It astounded me that such a weak man could beat the whole world and carry the trophy of victory alone.
More shouting? I think this applause is for some new honors awarded to Caesar.
Why? Men can be their masters of their own fate. It's not destiny's fault, it's their own. That we are slaves. Brutus and Caesar, what's so special about Caesar? Why should their names mean more than yours? Our era should be ashamed. Rome has lost the ability to raise noble men. When was there ever an age since the beginning of time that didn't feature more than one famous man? Until now, no one could ever say that only one man mattered in all of Rome. Now, though, in all of Rome, there's room for only one man. You and I have heard our fathers talk of another Brutus who would let the devil himself rule his Roman republic before he let a king rule.
I have no doubt that you love me. I'm beginning to understand what you want me to do. What I think about this and about what's happening here in Rome, I'll tell you later. For now, don't try to persuade me anymore. I'll think over what you've said. I'll listen to whatever else you have to say, and I'll find a good time for us to discuss this further.
I'm glad my words have provoked a protest from you.
The games are done and Caesar is returning.
As they pass by, grab Casca, and he'll tell us if anything important happened today.
I'll do so. Caesar looks angry and everyone else looks as if they've been scolded.
Casca will tell us what happened.
Antonio!
Caesar!
I want men around me to be fat, healthy-looking men who sleep at night. That Cassius over there has a lean and hungry look. The men like him are dangerous.
Don't be afraid of him, Caesar. He isn't dangerous.
I wish he were fatter, but I'm not afraid of him. Men like him will never be comfortable while someone ranks higher than themselves, and therefore they are very dangerous. Come over to my right side because this ear is deaf, and tell me what you really think of Cassius.
Dun 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 dun.
Good evening, Casca. Did you walk Caesar home?
Aren't you scared of the storms?
Have you seen something?
A common slave held up his hand and put it through fire, and yet his hand was immune to the fire and didn't get burnt. I also saw a lion that looked at me and yet walked by me without attacking me. There were scared women huddling together in fear who swore they saw men walking on fire up and down the streets. And yesterday the night owl hooted in the marketplace at noon.
Yes, it is a strange time, but people need to tend to understand things how they want to. Is Caesar visiting the capital tomorrow?
He is.
All right then, good night, Casca.
Goodbye, Cicero. Who ever saw the heavens threatened like this?
Those who have known how bad things are here on earth. I have walked around the streets exposing myself, bearing my chest to the thunderbolt. When the forked blue lightning seemed to break open the sky, I put myself right there where I thought it would hit.
But why did you tip the heavens like that? Mankind rolls to fear and tremble when the Almighty God sends a warning symbol.
You're acting stupid, Casca. You go pale, you stare, and you act in awe of the strange disturbance in the heavens. If you thought about why the heavens have all these strange things happening, then you'd understand that heaven had them act this way, so they would serve as a warning. Right this minute, Casca, I could name a man who's just like this dreadful night.
You're talking about Caesar.
Let it be who it is. Romans today still have the powerful bodies of their ancestors. Our tolerance for slavery and oppression shows us to be weak.
They say the senators plan to announce Caesar as king tomorrow.
I know I'll wear this dagger then. I'll kill myself to save myself from slavery. No stony tower, no brass walls, no airless dungeon, no iron chains can hold a strong mind. But if a man becomes weary of these obstacles, he can always kill himself. Let everyone beware. I can shake for the tyranny that now oppresses me whenever I choose.
Tyranny.
So can I. In fact, every imprisoned man can hold in his own hand the tool to free himself.
How can Caesar be a tyrant too? Poor man. I know he wouldn't be a wolf if the Romans didn't act like sheep. He could not be a lion if the Romans weren't such easy prey. People who want to start a big fire quickly start with little twigs. Caesar would be a tyrant then. Poor man. I know he wouldn't act like a wolf if the Romans didn't act like sheep. He couldn't be a lion if the Romans weren't such easy prey. People who want to start a big fire quickly start with little twigs. Rome becomes complete trash, just like you. Nothing but rubbish and garbage. When it works to light up the ambitions of someone as worthless as Caesar. But oh no, what have I said in my grief? I might be speaking to someone who wants to be a slave, in which case I held my word, in which case I am held accountable for my words. I am armed and I do not care about danger.
You're talking to Casca, not some smiling two-faced tattletale. So, say no more. Shake my hand if you're joining together to right these wrongs. I'll go as far as any of you.
It's a deal. Now let me tell you, Casca, I have already convinced some of the noblest Romans to join me in this honorable but dangerous mission. And I know that by now they're waiting on me on the porch outside Pompey's theater. We're meeting on this fearful night because no one is out of the streets.
Hide for a minute. Someone's coming.
It's Cinna. I recognize his walk. He's a friend. Cinna, where are you going on such a hurry?
To find you. Who's that? Metellus Cimber?
No, it's Casca. Someone who's going to work with us. Aren't the others waiting for me?
I'm glad Casca's with us. What a terrifying night this is. Some of us have seen strange things.
Are the others waiting for me? Tell me.
Yes, they are. Oh, Cassius, only you can convince Brutus to join us.
Don't worry. Cinna, take this paper and be sure to lay it in the judge's chair where Brutus sits. And throw this one in his window. And attach this to one of the statues of Brutus's ancestors when you have finished this. Return to the porch of Pompey's theater where you'll find us are Brutus, Decidius, and Tribunius there.
Everyone's there except Metellus Cimber. And he's gone to look for you at your house. Well, I'll put these papers where you told me.
When you finish, go back to Pompey's theater.
Please.
Come on, Casca. We will go meet Brutus at his house. He's kind of on our side already, and we will win him over entirely at this meeting.
The people love him. It would look bad if we did it. But if Brutus does it, it would look victorious.
Yes, you're right. Let's go because it's already after midnight, and we want him on our side before daylight. Honest men.
Whoever saw
Yep. What's up? Okay, so we just tried to start filming, but instead we got screamed at and kicked out of teacher's lounge. So
and
we
you only
get
get a baked potato for lunch on
Great
Tuesday.
day today.
On Tuesday.
Really on Tuesday, so skip lunch.
It's a snack.